What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Mike Marino live from my mother's basement, and I really am in my mother's basement. If you're just tuning into this show right now, check this out. We're in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, somewhere on Grand Street. I can't really let you know exactly where we are, but some of my friends know exactly where we are. But this is the basement that I grew up in. This is where my brothers would come down here, my family would come down here, friends, relatives, the whole 9 yards will come down here and just have fun, the way things should have been, or still should be. This is the bar. It's a classic bar from the 1940s. I refurbished it. You could do anything at this bar. You could make any kind of a drink. There's beer on tap. There's a refrigerator back here. There's a sink back here, knives, cups, whatever you need, right? Jesus. Everybody's down here. And there are collectibles all over the basement from when my grandfather was alive, my great-grandfather. There was a cash register from back when my grandfather did shoes in Italy, then in Jersey City, in the Marion section. And there's memorabilia in the ceiling, too. There's my high school marching band shoes. There's my dancing Reeboks from 1985. There's my hat over there from when we used to have the Shore House. Freddie, it's nice to see you. Hey, I'm going to be going on Freddie, the Wise Guy show on, I believe it's May 30th. I got to write that down. May 30th, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. I will be featured on the Wise Guy radio talk show, which you could all listen to on ddvradio.com. You could also listen to my voice after watching my face live from my mother's basement every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on the same channel, which is ddvradio.com. Now, if you go to this channel, ddvradio.com, you'll hear a lot of different radio shows. Not only the Wise Guy show, which I believe is the leader and the best show on that channel, but you can hear my show. Marklin, Mr. Direct, is on that channel, the Reverend Bob Levy, and, of course, the legend himself, the most famous comedian, I think, of the day to come out of New Jersey, of the day, because there's a lot of great comedians that come out of the state of New Jersey, a lot. All the way back from, who am I thinking of? Jerry Lewis, and the famous ones that was started. It was a comedy duo. Oh, shit. Well, it'll come to me. You ever experienced that? You forget something and it comes to you later when it's too late? Like, I'll be done with this broadcast in a half hour, and then I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's who it was a comedy duo. They were famous, of course, for their movies, but they were also famous for that show, the skit that they did, Who's on First, What's on Second? Lou Costello, Abbott and Costello, okay? Jersey Boys. That's right. Okay, so here's a letter we're getting from William Mend, I can't say that last name, Mend something. Hello, brother, remember me from the cruise ship? You were on with me, and I'm the guy that took a pic of both of us after one of your shows on the cruise ship. And you told me you would message me when you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read, when you come close to where I live. All right, well, where do you live, buddy? I'll message you right now. Watch the show because I'm going to be talking about all the shows that I'm doing in the next 2 months. But thank you so much for writing in. And I do remember you, and thank you very much. And I hope I'm going to be in your area because in the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to tell everybody who's watching this show where I'm going and where I'm going to be touring, especially the fact that I'm going to be on the Wise Guy show. Hey, JJ, how you doing? Listen, man, I hope you're in New Jersey. I'm still here in the state of New Jersey. I want to talk to you. I want to tell everybody about your artwork. This is JJ Croithium. Check him out. He does the most incredible artwork. He's a great drummer and a great, great guy. There's Dina Sante Clark, who's actually a relative of mine somehow, I guess through some in-laws. So it's nice to see you, Dina. Hope you're having a great year and get ready for the summer. I'll see you at the pool down on the Jersey Shore, especially a town called Belmar. And William, I am from Maryland. Sorry, I forgot to put that in there. All right, well, listen. I don't know when I'm coming near the Maryland area off the top of my head, but if you keep on watching this show and you hit like on my fan page, you'll always be notified when I am coming to your area. I know I'm doing a lot of Jersey, a lot of New York, a lot of upstate New York, a lot of Canada, a lot of Connecticut, Maryland. I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe later in the year, come October, But I'm definitely going to be going around the world this year. That's for damn sure, because I'm a very, very lucky comedian, and I'm getting to perform worldwide every night of the week. This has been one incredible new year. 2018 is just absolutely crazy. My last name is pronounced Mendresky. Well, thank you for breaking it down for me like that, Mendresky. It's nice to see you, and thank you so much for writing into the show. Mike Marino live from my mother's basement, featured every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on ddvradio.com. You are really in the basement with me right now. I decided to do a 3:30 in the afternoon broadcast because I know I have a lot of friends and family members and fans throughout the United States and the world who could watch this show at different times of day. So I figured, what the hell? You know what's going on in New Jersey right now, especially in this area at 3:30? All the kids are getting out of school. There's kids walking all around. It's really great to see. I wish I was a kid. I never really wanted to grow up. I act like a kid. I'm always going to act like a kid. I want to be a kid. Who feels like having all the pressures of being an older guy? You know, mortgages, rent, things you have to do. It sucks. But anyway, I'm down in the basement. We were just talking to James Croythian, who does a lot of great artwork. He's a great, great guy. He's always down in Asbury Park, and he does artwork. And he did some paintings of me when I was performing in Asbury Park last summer. We were going to perform there again this summer, but I decided it's too soon. I'll go someplace else. And this is one of the pieces of art. Check that out. Check that out. That's me. And the piece of wood represents Asbury Park, because on here you have the horse, of course, from the Stone Pony. You have the signs of the Paramount Theater, which is a legendary theater on the Jersey Shore. They just had the New Jersey Hall of Fame electees, and they were all down there. And there's a picture of JJ here and some people partying. It's all has to do with Asbury Park. Now, if you want one, just write to me at mike@mikemarino.net. My website is mike@mikemarino.net, because the website's mikemarino.net. You write to me. Tell me you're interested in one of these pieces of art, because I have a lot of them. They come on either wood, like this, which is really, really cool to have a piece of wood. And it also comes on paperback. So if you want a poster size one, or you want wood, I will actually show you pictures. Inbox me. I'll show you pictures of what they look like. They're really, really cool. And I have tons of them left over from when I did the Paramount Theater in Asbury Park last summer. This is the only show that I actually clean up while I'm broadcasting. I don't know who put this in my... Oh, I hate when people come into my house and they don't do the right thing. I'm very, very neat. I always clean up. I'm in my mother's basement. My mother ran this ship tight. Look at this. Whose laundry? Laying around. There's my skateboard from when I was 14. There's all the knickknacks and bric-a-brac from when Mommy was around. There's furniture, knickknacks, all over the place. There's a lot of antiques down here, and I like that. It's my style. I guess I like that. I remodeled this entire basement, as everybody knows, because I've been broadcasting for about a year now. But I kept it the way it used to be. I just made it modern. And as you can see, there's all kinds of great stuff around this basement. It's great. We have a lot of great parties down here. We bring the band down here, my brother Paul's band, the Paul Marino band. And we come down here to the bar and we jam. And everything that I've ever done in my life, I keep. I like keeping all this stuff. So recently I was out on tour and was doing a really big show in Las Vegas, Nevada at the South Point Casino. And I've been lucky enough to be the opening act for Dina Martin. Mark Winey, how you doing? A rifle. That rifle's fake. That was a toy gun. I'm glad you pointed that out. It was a toy gun. But check this out. This one's real. This is a shotgun. My father shot it a few times when he was a kid. Then he never played with it anymore. So he'd keep it behind the bar. In case some asshole comes down here and wants to fuck around, I'll blast him and blow his brains out. Gun control. It's a really old 22, actually. It's a 22. And it's from the 40s. It's the cleaning kit. I love antiques. And they work. It works. You know, if you want to just jump right in on some gun control, here's the way I see it. He's laughing, but here's the way I see it. I mean, yes, there's a shotgun back here, but it's a 22. I'd have to shoot somebody in the face twice before they would go down, but then I got bats back here. I got baseball bats in every corner of this house. That's the way I roll. Thank you very much, William. I appreciate that. I love my comedy stylings, too. Short and to the point. I mean, when you think about it, when I was a kid, my mother cursed and sweared every which way till Tuesday. Where is Emilio de Fabio? He's supposed to be here. It's funny that you should ask that question. I spoke to Emilio this afternoon. He was at the local Quick Check saying he wanted to buy me a sandwich. I love going Quick Check for a sandwich, man. It's so fucking good. Notice I cursed on my show. I tend to not curse on the show because I know I got a lot of young kids watching the show. So for the children out there, I'm really sorry. But as I always say, fuck is not a dirty word. It's a form of passion. If I say I like you, I really don't like you. But if I say I fucking like you, then you know that I do. So that's the only reason why we curse that way. But my mother used to curse when I was a kid, for sure. I remember being maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, whatever it was. You come home from school, my mother would be like, where the fuck were you? And you're like, I was at school. Oh, all right. Sit down and fucking eat or I'll slap the shit out of you. You know, nice things like this. And then I sat down and eat. I think, of course, parents are too lenient on children these days. They don't say what they're supposed to say. And then kids are, I'll sue you, I'll take you to court. Yeah, and I'll take your cell phone and shove it so far up your ass you'll be texting out of your eyeballs. That's what you're supposed to say. Well, thank you, Cam. I'm glad you're checking me out. Hope I'm saying what now I don't even know what kind of show to do. But thank you checking me out. This is my talk show. I do the talk show every other day, live from my mother's basement, especially when I'm going around the world, because I never know really where I'm going to be. Italian born and bred, brother. Yeah, that's right. I was Italian born, Jersey born and raised. So I'm down in the basement right now, and this is definitely where I grew up, and this is where I get my comedy as I tour the country. Right now I'm doing a brand new show, which is the year of 2018. We're calling it Make America Italian Again. We got all new T-shirts that say New Jersey's bad boy, and on the back of the tracksuits and on the back of the T-shirt, I don't know if I could do this somehow, but it says, Make America Italian Again. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe you can see it in the mirror. The back of my shirt says, Make America Italian Again. And we have a motto, you don't know nothing, you didn't see nothing, you don't say nothing. So that's the way we roll. So if I'm hitting like too many subject matter. See the back of my shirt in the mirror? Boom. Now it comes in backwards. Make America Italian Again. You can get tracksuits. You can get T-shirts. Go to MikeMarino.net. Send me an email, Mike@MikeMarino.net. All right, you got it, Cam. I will make sure I make that happen. I'll get Emilio some stuff. Emilio is one of the proud sponsors of Mike Marino Live. On April 7th, when we performed at the New Jersey Pack Center in Newark, New Jersey, we sold out one show at 7 o'clock. After we sold out the show, we added another one. And we did 2 sold-out shows at the NJ Pack Center in Newark, New Jersey on April 7th. We're getting ready to go back out on tour tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I'm flying up to Sudbury, Canada. From Sudbury, Canada, I go to Sault Ste. Marie, Canada. From Sault Ste. Marie, Canada, we're going to go down to Utica, New York. Cam, I will make that happen. If you want to come and see a live show, we're going to make that happen for you, too. I'm going to call Emilio tonight. I'm supposed to see him tonight to talk to him about a few projects that we're going to be doing and get him involved in Mike Marino Live from my mother's basement and some TV shows that we're doing as well. You're really going to be happy with the shows that I'm doing. Go to my YouTube channel, which is Mike Marino Live on YouTube. Everything is Mike Marino Live on social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, right here, Facebook. But if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll get to see this TV series we did called Marino 2016, which is a spoof on the mob if we ran for president of the United States. It's very funny. We got kids in it. It's very, very nice. Yes, Canadians are very polite. Wait till I get up there. I'm going to fucking change their opinion. Anyhow, on this Saturday night, May 12, everybody, this Saturday night, May 12, me and some of my fellow Italian comedians will get together at the Stanley Theater in Utica, New York. If anybody's out there in Syracuse, Buffalo, and that area, all up there, come on down. Utica, New York, the Stanley Theater, 7:30, Saturday night, May 12. Make America Italian again with New Jersey's bad boy, Mike Marino. You right? If you're in Canada, if you're in Sudbury, I think we sold out Sudbury. Sault Ste. Marie, I think there's still some tickets left. If you're in the area, you know that there's pollen everywhere. I think it's all over the globe. And everybody's getting these sore throats. My sore throat is like kicking in. It's killing me right now. But I wanted to do the broadcast, okay? Once I finish up this big tour, I'm coming back to New Jersey on May 13. We'll do a couple of shows down here. Then on to Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, you could see me at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach on May 16 and May 18. Then on May 19, I will be at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, California. Take care, brother. Hope to see you in Maryland sometime soon. Thank you so much, William. Thank you so much for writing in, being a friend and a fan, and I will see you when I head towards Maryland, all right? Or maybe somewhere near Maryland, like Florida. That's right there by Maryland. All right, cool. On May 23rd, yours truly, Mike Marino, will be honored by the Italian American Club, Table to Table. It's called Table to Table, and I am the Italian American of the Year. I guess they're giving me some kind of an award, which is going to be really cool, and that's going to be down in Alpine, New Jersey, at the Montami Golf Course. Of course, whatever I'm saying, you could just look up on my website, which is mikemarino.net. Buy yourself some tickets if you want to come and see this type of a thing. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure I'm going to crack some jokes anyway. Then the biggest return, the biggest theater of the year so far is the Palace Theater in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. The Palace Theater, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. It's going to be me and my good friend Luca Palanca, David Kay, and a couple of surprise comedian guests. So come to the Palace Theater on May 25th. It's a Friday night. Just starts up the weekend, the Memorial Day weekend. You know, Friday, nobody's really going to want to travel just yet. So come to the Palace, laugh a little bit, get up early on Saturday morning and hit the road and go do what you're going to do on the Memorial Day weekend. But right now, go to mikemarino.net and get yourself some tickets to one of these great shows. Okay? Then on May 29th, I'm getting a crown put in my mouth. You can't see that show. Just saying. And then on May 30th at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I will be featured on the radio show, The Wise Guy Talk Show, okay? On June 1st, I will be at the Italian American Club in Palomino, New Jersey. May 2nd, I will be in Connecticut. And now on June 2nd, I will be in Connecticut. Just found out today, ladies and gentlemen. On June 4th, I will be performing at the all-time famous club in New York City, the Friars Club, as I'm part of the Dina Martin Show. Now, if you know anything about Dean Martin, who did the phenomenal comedy roasts with his friends and fans like that, well, now his daughter Dina Martin is doing the same thing. And Dina has been touring around the United States for quite some time, in Australia and England and so on and so forth. And yours truly was lucky enough to be on her show. So now I'm going to be on her show again on June 4th at the Friars Club. Look into that. It's going to be badass. You know, a lot of people ask me, oh, you really hang around with them? You really hang around with them? Well, I got the whole Dean Martin collection, Dean Martin Comedy Roasts. I have my album from Dina Martin, which is the most recent one, called Swing Street. And I'm so happy to be part of this show. It's cool as shit. We just did a big roast in Las Vegas, Nevada, at the South Point Casino, when we roasted the celebrity actor Joe Mantegna, who I'd like to say is a celebrity friend of mine. And yesterday I was actually talking with Danny Aiello, and Danny Aiello and I are going to do a couple of shows together. This is Danny's album, which is really badass. I'm going to have to get these guys to autograph it. It's a little weird when you're hanging around with celebrities like this. You just don't ask them for autographs. You figure, well, you're part of the show. But I guess I really should. And maybe we'd make these worth even a lot more money, and I could sell them at a garage sale. But this is Danny Aiello's Hanging Out. It's a great album, and I know he's recording today he actually gave me a song that I could walk out to on stage, which is going to be really, really cool. And, you know, it's an original, and I got it. Here's another celebrity that I've been hanging around with. His name is Johnny Mandolin. He has a radio show in New York City called All Italian Radio. His real name is Johnny Aiello. They call him Johnny Mandolin. And it's really cool that he plays that little thing, man. It's some badass shit. So I got my albums over there next to my rifle cleaning kit. So I guess that's enough of shows that will last. Oh, and then on June 16th, if you're in New Jersey, folks, if you're one of these Jersey people that are watching this show, you should come to a show that we're going to do to raise money for veterans. All right? Old veterans, young veterans, male veterans, female veterans, you name it, we're doing it. We're raising money. June 16th, all the information on this particular show is on my website, MikeMarino.net. I don't have it in front of me, but check that out. So that's a major lineup for the next 2 months. Look at that. That's Charlene Carvino. I love. She always says the funniest things. Mono, this guy. I think you'd have to maybe be from that era or that generation to understand exactly what that means. Because to the general public, they don't even know. They're like, Maron, what's that? This guy, what's that mean? What's that mean? It means she's saying, hey, Mike, look at you. This is cool. You know, that's what that means. It's like, hey, Mike, oh, this guy. See? Other than that, nobody knows what the hell anybody's talking about. Maron means my God or Mother Mary. I guess it all depends on how you say it. Like if my mother was happy to see me, she'd say, Maron. But if she was mad, she'd be like, Maron. Carlos, nice to see you. I hope everybody's having a great time. Welcome to another edition of Mike Marino, live from my mother's basement. I really am in the basement that I grew up in. This is not a set. This is the way it really is. There's memorabilia all over this house, right? Here's my tap shoes when I used to take tap. But here's the size shoes that used to my grandfather used to put into shoes so that when the people came back, they fit. And whatever it was, and this was the cash register that he went, pa-cha-pa-ching. Okay, 50 cents, so we fix your shoes, right? When I was a kid, we used to go visit my grandmother. My great-grandmother had a room that was always dark and dingy and kind of scary. It was in Jersey City, and she had Jesus. She had Jesus. Could you imagine being a little kid? Imagine being 5, 6 years old, and your mother says, go in Grandma's room and get the box of the macaroni and bring it back to your mother so we can sit down and eat. And then you went in there and you saw this. And it looked at you. See how it looks at you? This would scare the Jesus right the hell out of you, right? Look at him. He's bleeding. But I kept it. I kept it all these years. I don't know how I inherited everything, but I inherited everything, right? Look at that. Look at that. Jesus. He's my co-host. Good evening and welcome to another edition of Live from My Mother's Basement, featuring Jesus and the Apostles. Jesus and the Apostles. Emilio, we were just talking about you. Some guy named Cam was writing into the show. Yeah, he was talking all about you. So there's some of my friends from when I was younger. There's Barbara Mulcahy from www.sellwithmulcahy.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the commercial that we made for you. We sent it out to 20,000 people in an e-blast, so I hope you like it. Mark Winey. Hey, Mark, how you doing, man? How much is admission? It's free. If you can find where I am, you can come down here for free. Roger Bennett, nice to see you. Emilio, what the hell you doing? Yeah, I'm going to have to get him a shirt now. That is some badass shit. See the advertising? I know what I'm doing. We should be on the air right now on television. Mike Marino, live from his mother's basement, doing crazy shit. I could have a garage sale down here, but I ain't getting rid of none of this shit. Hey, Mike, love the commercial. Good. Play it, play it, play it. Show it to all your friends. I hope it helps you sell some houses or buy some houses or whatever it is that you guys do. We're going to be doing a lot more shows, so if you guys ever want to come and sponsor another show, we can make that happen. Hello, Lizzie Rodriguez. It's nice to see you. And Emilio, make sure you call me in about an hour and let me know what's going on if we're going to go and hang out with your friends. We're Mike Marino, live from my mother's basement, having a lot of fun. I can actually broadcast, do a show, do laundry, and put the stove on, cook dinner on my way to get you. Coffee with Adam. Call me before you do that, right? It's 5 minutes to 4. I got another 5 minutes to broadcast, then I got to shut it down. Remember, folks, always tune into my show. We're having a lot of fun. I can say and do whatever I want because this is my own program. I keep it close-knit because we do air on a real radio show, which is dvdradio.com. And I don't want to say anything offensive. Nobody's ever going to come out of the woodwork and find any dirt on me. I'm just a good guy who likes to make people laugh and have a good time. The world is in such turmoil. I don't believe we should be making fun of the president of the United States, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy, good president, bad president. Shut the fuck up, man. It just makes us look stupid in foreign countries. We just got to get a guy who whispers in his ear every once in a while and says, hey, Trump, listen, man, calm down. Stop tweeting. Stop tweeting. That's what I would do, right? Could you imagine I was the president of the United States? I would never tweet. I don't want nobody knowing what I'm thinking. Get the hell out of here. I'd go have nice sit-downs with everybody. I'm like, oh, yeah, we're coming with flowers, this, that, and the other thing, right? And we come back to the United States, and the guy passed away somehow. What the hell do I know? I don't know what happened. Yeah, but he's gone. You know, I would bring back the law, you know, spare the rod, spoil your child. You got to hit your kids. If you don't discipline your kids, they're going to grow up and think they can get away with fucking murder. Watch the ID channel. Shit's out of control, right? Show these kids how to cook. Show them how to clean. Show them how to be nice to each other. Hello, how are you? Can I carry your books home from school? What the fuck happened to that shit, right? Anyway, that's just me ranting and raving. Hey, I want to show everybody something before I shut off my broadcast. Check this out. Okay, this is the Hall of Fame here in my house. There's all the movies that I did. Actually leaving in June to do a movie with Sean Young. Can't wait to do that. This is my kitchen. And right now I'm going into my office. And in my office, here you go. I have 3 albums in stores. One's called Jersey Born and Raised. One's called Live from the Paramount. And one's called Live from the Borgata. And you can just go to iTunes. And you can also go to, what the fuck is it called? Amazon Prime. Go to Amazon Prime. Pick up yourself a copy of Mike Marino Live from the Borgata. Or the one from the Paramount. They're both fun. They're both crazy. You can listen to them, watch them, whatever you want. Get me one too. Okay, Emilio. Emilio's friend Cam. I'll get you whatever you want. I'll give you one of my awards. I want to show everybody this before I shut off my broadcast. This is really great. This has been a great broadcast. Look at all the people writing in. I usually broadcast on my friend's page, but I'm supposed to be doing it from my fan page. So I hope you guys will keep on and on. Wow, that's an amazing mic. Thanks, Bruno. I appreciate that, Bruno. Look, this is my foyer. This is where my mother's collection of antiques is, and my great-grandmother's. Is my Tonka trucks. That's where the comedy comes from. I talk about Tonka trucks. I really do have them. I talk about antiques. I really do have them. I talk about how I grew up surfing at the beach. I really did grow up surfing at the beach. Irene, no, I'm not in Jersey City anymore. But this furniture was in my great-grandmother's house in Jersey City. 66 Wallace Avenue. Isn't it amazing when you were a little kid, the furniture looked gigantic? Now you're looking at it like, who the hell ate on this little piece of shit? It's the kids' table. I'm losing my voice. I guess it's the pollen or whatever it is that's up here, but check this out. I just set up my picnic area for the summer. I have a place in Los Angeles, and this is my yard in New Jersey. Holy shit, it's hot out. One of the nicest days already for the year, but this is where I come to. I like coming out here, having my breakfast. I barbecue out here. Tonka, real metal, that's right. Our toys never broke. And it chipped the paint or whatever. You chewed on it, you spit it out, and you said, this tastes like shit. Oh my God, my friends grew up at 56. Yeah, 56 Wallace Avenue. I would assume that would be across the street from us. 56. We were 66 Wallace Avenue. Is that what the number was? Yeah. 66 Wallace Avenue, Marion section of Jersey City. My grandmother, Terranova, her last name, of course, became Marino. She owned that building her whole life. Then when she passed away, they sold it, which was a big mistake. That building had 14 units, and I'm sure we could have made millions on that shit, but we fucked that up. I don't know what the hell we were thinking. Oh, fucking losing my voice. Holy shit. Well, listen, folks, I got to get going. There's something with the air out here. Hey, look at this picture. My mother went to high school. At night, I collect all that stuff. I'll show you something else that I got. See in the ceiling? Those are sleds from the 40s, the 50s. There's another one. And I think this one is from the 40s as well, if not the 30s. Check that out. I got to get going. Thank you so much, everybody, for writing in. I appreciate that. Please, go to my YouTube channel so that I can skyrocket with millions and millions and millions of hits. Go to Mike Marino Live on YouTube. Friend request me on Mike Marino Live, everything. Mike Marino Live on Twitter, Mike Marino Live on Instagram, Mike Marino Live right here on Facebook and YouTube. And my website will tell you when I'm coming into your neighborhood. Oh, shit. Listen, I got to get going. Remember, let's make America Italian again. I'm Mike Marino, live from my mother's basement. You don't know nothing, you don't see nothing, you don't say nothing. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts by saying the same thing? Hey, don't take no shit from nobody. You don't have. Hey, folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.